Yo, what is up, everybody? This is Cushion Tech here, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about why special education is bad and all that. Special education is bad in many ways and many reasons. Special ed kids are more likely to be bullied by any other than a regular kid and all that. Let's see, can help special education can, let's say, have a negative reputation towards the kids and all that. Special education has a lack of diversity and all that, and because of the lack of diversity in special education, in which special education students cannot, let's see, interact with their regular peers. They cannot, let's see, meet with people. Let's see, there are not that many Asian people in special education. There are not many girls in special education, mostly boys and all that. Let's see, special education is really bad, and let's see, there's no diversity. You're not able to talk, let's see, interact with regular peers, and it's gonna hurt you a lot in society, outside of school, because you'll eventually have to talk to and interact with other peers outside of school and all that. And because you're only going to interact with special ed students, you're not gonna let's see, have different experiences, and you're not gonna face it's only gonna be easy for you. It's not gonna be hard for you, and it's not gonna help you at all. Special education consists of so many bullies and all that. There are so many bullies in special education and all that, and because let's see, more special ed kids are more likely to bully other kids in their classroom and all that. Special education has a lot of mean kids, and they have a lot of mean kids. They have a lot of rude kids and all that, and because let's see, special education can let's see let's see, help them, and cannot help them at all, stop bullies and all that. You cannot go to a university if you're in special education and all that, and because you're in special and because you're in because let's see, you won't be taking all the college prep classes needed that are required for a university, and because let's see, you'll be taking basic and RSP classes and all that, and because of that, you won't be able to go to a university and all that, and you cannot, and because you won't be taking the A to G Spanish and all that, you won't be taking advanced math and all that, and because of that, you won't be able to go to a university, and let's see, since you cannot go to, and special ed kids, let's see, rarely make it to universities, and because of that, I only know of one special ed kid that goes to a university out of state, and he's an art major. You cannot get you cannot get a high school diploma if you're in special education and all that, because you won't be, because in special education you'll be missing out on the current, let's see, high school diploma, and let's see, you'll miss out on the current high school diploma. You'll miss out on the regular high school diploma, because you won't be getting you won't be fulfilling all the requirements for a high school diploma and all that, because you're unable to get a regular high school diploma if if you cannot, if you're a special ed kid and all that, and student and all that, you're unable to get, you're gonna have to go to adult school, and you're gonna have to go to school until you reach the maximum until you reach 22 and all that. You have to go to school till you're 22 years old and all that, and because of that, you won't have time to attend college classes. You won't have time to get a job. You won't have time to, let's see, you'll have to wait another few more years to get married and all that. You won't get a good job if you go to adult school and all that. You won't, let's see, you won't have, if you go to adult school and all that, you can't like get a, you won't be able, it'll take longer for you to graduate college and all that. And like, let's see, and like, let's see, like, you have to, let's see, go to school, adult school till you're like 22 years old. If you like see, if you don't, if, let's see, like, if you plan on going to adult school and all that. You cannot take any honors classes if you're a special education student, because there are no honors classes in the special ed classes like RSP classes and all that. And like, you cannot take any honors classes if you're a special education student and all that, because they think like you're not smart enough to take the honors classes and all that, which isn't true. You cannot just discriminate anyone based on their race, based on, let's see, their, let's see, special education status and all that. Let's see, and like, let's see, and like, let's see, special education is considered discriminating because they don't allow certain people to take certain classes just because of their disabilities and all that. They discriminate people based on disability, which you shouldn't do that. Unlike a job who doesn't discriminate people based on disability. You cannot take any AP classes if you're in a special ed student, because like they'll restrict you from like, because they won't let you take AP classes because of your disability, because like, let's see, because like they won't let you take certain classes because of like, let's see, your disability and all that. And special education discriminates people based on disability rather than their grades and all that, and they're not allowed. And like, let's see, special education kids, let's see, like, cannot take AP classes. I don't know a single special education kid who has taken a single AP class ever. You cannot take any electives if you're a special education student. Special education students are required to take a study skills class. They're required to take either a math lab or a language arts lab or a strategic reading class, or like any form of class that they'll choose your electives for you rather than you not choosing it. Whereas non-special ed students, they can choose all their electives and all that. And like, let's see, since like special education students cannot choose electives, it's considered unfair, and it considers hurt them. You cannot interact with any non-special education students and all of that, and your special education students can only interact with special education students, because like they're in a separate class with only the special education students. They're unable to interact with any general education students. They're only able to interact with special education students. They don't have any classes with the non-special education students, or like any of the honors classes, which ruins them, which doesn't provide any diversity and all that. And like, they'll have a hard time adjusting to like outside of the world, and outside of school. They'll have to like socialize with people outside of school and all that. It'll be a lot harder for you to adjust in new settings and all that if you're a special ed student. Like, for instance, like when you go to like a new place and like when you meet new people, you'll have a hard time adjusting to them, because you'll be meeting people with non disabilities and all that. And since you'll be meeting people with non disabilities and all that, like you'll have a hard time adjusting to like, let's see the environment around you, and like all the non-special ed peers and all that. Let's see, special education students will have a harder time adjusting to new, like, I mean, special education students, let's see, have more restrictions placed on them. Like, for instance, the number of classes they should take. They cannot go outside to certain areas where regular students are. They cannot, let's see, take like certain classes what regular students are. They cannot like take like any. They cannot go to college like regular students. They cannot go to college like any regular students. they're unable to adjust in like small settings and all that. They're unable to like let's see like they're unable to like let's see adjust in like small like different settings and all that, and because like they're unable to adjust in different settings and all that, they cannot they'll have a hard time adjusting to around them. Let's see, being in special education feels like you're gonna be in prison and all that, and like because you'll be in prison and all, and let's see, because you'll be in prison and all that. Let's see, like you won't be able to it feels like you're in prison because like you cannot, let's see, go outside and talk to the non special education students at recess break or lunch. You're consistently supervised by like the special education aides and all that. You cannot, let's see, go separate from like the special education class and all that, which shows it definitely shows it's like a prison. Being in special education feels like you're in slavery and all that, and because like you're like in slavery because like you're forced to be told what to do by another person. You cannot always make your decisions and all that. You're unable to, let's see, like write something. You're unable to like do some writing. You're unable to like, let's see, interact with people. You're unable to interact with non-special education people and all that. People will have negative thoughts about you when they find out you're in special education. For instance, they'll think you're stupid, they'll think you're ugly, they'll think you're weird. They'll not want to hang out with you. They'll not want to be your friend. They'll not want to invite you to like a party. They'll want to stay away from you as much as possible. They'll be scared of you. Let's see, they'll feel scared of you and all that, and like people will have a negative reputation if they like the that and if you like don't do if you're not if you're like you were in special ed.